Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com, the direct purchase inquiry line from you to me and my crew, answering your questions about this or any watch you see for sale here on Watchbox Reviews. And today we are discussing the Daniel Roth Perpetual. We are going to call him by his more common English, Daniel Roth. The timepiece, created in the late 1980s, an extraordinary early example of Daniel Roth independent watchmaking when he was one of the very first on the scene to break from the luxury groups and pursue what today we call the indies, or the independent watch brands. A timepiece easy to wear in yellow gold, as it's 35 millimeters from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, 41 millimeters from lug to lug, and wonderfully slender at only 10.7 millimeters thick. It features a spacing of 20 millimeters between the lugs, which is unexpectedly modern and broad for such a compact vintage dress complication, so you can fit it to any 20 millimeter width strap you find. However, this is a factory Daniel Roth alligator leather, large rectangular scale, semi-gloss finish, thickly bolstered and sheer-sided monotone stitch leather strap with calf on the bottom, alligator on the top, plenty of substance, and you can see, thanks to the curved spring bar, you can drill the lugs close to the case and allow the strap to still move straight down around a small wrist. There's no impediment to its motion. There is a matching Daniel Roth yellow gold buckle, as you can see, strongly faceted on its edge with a little bit of a fluting at its end. It was thoughtfully designed so that the bridge is elevated over the prongs and the strap sits inside the buckle rather than under the buckle to keep it thinner on the wrist. Even the pin in the buckle is gracefully shaped. The case is of sophisticated construction with welded lug design. You can see that the lugs are constructed as a separate part and then welded onto the case, with all evidence of the welded joint removed to create that sharp break between the lug profile and the curvature of the case. So this is craft horology, even at the level of the case fabrication. You can see the unsigned, correct mirrored crown, and there is a strong gadroon that runs all the way around this curved and faceted case. Now, the case shape has a name, created by Daniel Roth after his years with Breguet, where he was from the 1970s through the late 80s, the primary creative force. It's called the Ellipso Curvex case, and you can see why. It's fairly self-evident from the shape. All curves and facets and polish and drama. It accomplishes a lot without immense dimensions. You can also see that the sapphire is cleverly shaped to match the shape of the bezel. This was neither cheap nor easy to achieve. Moving closer, you can see the dial features blued steel hands for the hours, minutes, and complications, a beautiful bilateral symmetry such that you can cut it down the center and it's symmetrical on both sides. There is satin graining as well as dimple-style guilloche on the registers at center for the calendar and the time, and then you can see that there is an anthracite or gray slate vertical tapestry-style guilloche for the base of the dial. Now, if you note carefully, you will see that the month, the day, and the leap year quadrants are French language. So this is a French language calendar, and Daniel Roth, of course, of French origin, practicing in Switzerland to this day. If you actually want to have this watch serviced, you have your options. You can send it to him, as he still services his original watches, or you can send it to manufacturer Bulgari, which took over the Daniel Roth and Gerald Genta manufacture in Le Sentier back in 1994, when Hourglass Holdings bought the two of them and Siamesed the operations. Today, a Daniel Roth can be serviced by Bulgari, parts and regulations, so you need not worry about having a discontinued early independent brand watch. It's the best of both worlds: rarity, soul, and serviceability. Now, you have a perpetual calendar here. You have the day, you have the month in French, you have the leap year cycle and a pointer date. The perpetual calendar need be adjusted only once in the year 2100. It does not need to be adjusted for leap years. It does not need to be adjusted for irregular length months. Turn it all over and you can see that the Daniel Roth manufacturer perpetual calendar module was on top of a Longines L990 base. Now, this is a high-grade, ultra-thin automatic movement created in the late 70s that's done yeoman work for high horology brands like Breguet, Vianney Halter, Daniel Roth, and also Roger Dubuis. So this is a very high-end twin-barrel automatic winding 8-beat